Breaking news now on Rob Ford. Shocking new revelations as we go through these new court documents that have just been released. Now, we've told you that these wiretaps allegedly show that Rob Ford is doing drugs, but even allegedly unproven, maybe doing heroin and other drugs that we're frankly trying to identify. Stephen D'Souza is with me now. He's in Toronto at the police headquarters. Can you give us the highlight as you go through these at police headquarters and the details of what we're seeing? And these have just shown up minutes ago.
That's right. Still digesting a lot of these documents, but I think really the broad headline is that it appears the mayor may not have been truthful earlier this year where he said he wasn't aware of a video or that the video even existed. It seems that possibly 2 months before the public found out about the existence of the video, the mayor may have tried to actually purchase this. There's reference in these documents to wiretap conversations, and I should preface everything I'm about to tell you by the fact that these are just allegations and not proven in any court, or I should tell you that, but it appears that the mayor attempted to offer some individuals $5,000 and a car to purchase this video, and it seems that the individuals, in having a conversation that police were listening in on, said that that simply wasn't good enough and that they knew the mayor and could arrange a meeting with the mayor and possibly ask for between $100,000 and $150,000 for the video. There's also some talk perhaps of going to the Toronto Star and the website Gawker as well. There's a lot of discussion in these documents related to a phone that the mayor reportedly lost back in April, and as well the mayor's driver, Sandra Lisi, and one of the wiretaps has Sandra Lisi talking to a person in the neighborhood saying that if the mayor doesn't get his phone back, the mayor will, quote, bring heat on Dixon, Dixon being this neighborhood where a lot of the scandal has circulated around. As well, when the video first became public, there's some conversations involving the mayor's staff members saying that they got a phone call telling them where the video may have been found at an apartment in the Dixon Road area. So it appears the mayor may have known quite a bit more than he let on when the scandal first broke. There's also some references from a number of gang members in conversations with each other about that house on 15 Windsor where the infamous photo of Rob Ford posing with some gang members was taken, and where we believe the actual video of the mayor smoking from a crack pipe was taken. And it refers to the mayor taking drugs, and it appears from these wiretaps that the mayor's drug problem may be a lot worse than what he let on when he apologized and said that it may have just happened in a drunken stupor. There's a lot of references here where a lot of different individuals caught up in these intercepts talk about the mayor smoking a lot of different drugs. In one case, they refer to the street name Heza, which we know is a common street term for the drug heroin, and there's descriptions of the mayor smoking his rocks at various points in these documents. So a lot to digest here, still going through quite a bit of this, but nevertheless shedding some more light on the mayor's behavior and some of the things he is alleged to have done, and so giving us a better perspective perhaps on things he said in the past which may or may not be truthful.
All right, here's the headline at this point, Stephen, just so people can follow along here. New documents released from the court. Wiretaps of Sandra Lisi, who's being charged, as you know, for drug dealing and also was a former driver and colleague of Rob Ford. These are unproven allegations, we tell you. These are from wiretaps, but they allegedly show, one, Rob Ford may have done heroin, not just crack cocaine, although there's also allegations he did crack cocaine more than just on one occasion. Also that he offered, allegedly, to pay $5,000 and a car to retrieve the so-called crack video that the Star and Gawker reported on. And that's just the headline, Stephen. Would that be fair to say?
That's fair. That's exactly right. That's a good job of summarizing. And as you can see, I'm still going through. There was just one section where it was interesting, where they were talking about the efforts to get back the mayor's phone, and Sandra Lisi, the mayor's friend and occasional driver, was going back and forth with a number of individuals. And one of the individuals said, essentially, we love the mayor, but we have a lot of stuff on him. And there's some references in here to various gang members saying that they have pictures of the mayor doing various drugs and in very different scenarios involving drugs. So how much of that can be proven, whether or not those pictures actually exist, or this is just talk. Remember, of course, there are more than 24 people who were a part of these wiretaps. Many of these are alleged drug gang members who were swept up in these raids back in June, and more than 50 people arrested in those raids. So these are conversations police are getting snippets of that they then summarize that we are now going through, and of course we are just taking the bits and pieces that relate to Mayor Ford. So it's very difficult obviously to go through a lot of this now, but a lot of it is very interesting in that it gives us a broader sense of what the mayor's alleged drug use could be if it goes beyond just being in a drunken stupor or cases where he's just drinking and drinks to excess. It seems that there is a lot of allegations here of hard drug use at this home at Windsor, on 15 Windsor, and in other areas. So a lot for the mayor now to answer for. And I can tell you, I'm here at police headquarters where the chief of police, Bill Blair, did come out in the last hour, and he was addressing the death of a police officer here in Toronto, but it was, of course, asked about these new documents, and said that basically this is evidence that is before the courts, that it is out there for people to judge, and he did not want to comment any further. So not surprising really there, coming from the chief of police, but nevertheless a lot of questions still to be asked of Mayor Ford.
Yeah, just the document that you're referring to, page 218, which it says a guy named Siad and Juice Man have a conversation in relation to how to explain how they got that phone. I'm reading directly from it. And you say another takes Juice Man's phone and tells Siad to make sure they make it clear that when he gives the phone back, it's not because of the cops. He didn't like to be threatened. And they have the picture of Rob Ford on a pipe. The other male advises that they love and respect Rob Ford, but they have Rob Ford on a lot of bleeped out swear word situations, and they don't want to say anything. I mean, this stuff, it goes on and on, Stephen. So we'll talk to Stephen more throughout the next hour as we learn more details. New wiretaps about Rob Ford. Stephen D'Souza is going through them. Thanks, Stephen.
You're welcome.
We'll have